AI Concepts for Chaotic Universe, Part 1, Original 8. This video will be an overview of some of the character concepts that I generated with an AI program. Before we get into it, a quick description of what you are going to see. First, the process. Each character concept was created either by a description straight from the Chaotic Universe text or the plot guide that I created before writing the story. Some are a combination of both. I also added effects to some descriptions. Second, this video does not contain every character in the story. There are some characters that I did not describe in the text for the sake of mystery. There are others that I just have not decided how I want them to look yet, or they are minor or one appearance characters. 3. Some characters have more than one concept image. This description remains the same. Some have minor tweaks like hair or art style. A couple only have one image because I like the initial image. Fourth, these are just concepts. I just wanted to see how my characters look as I describe them. As I go through each character and their variations, if any, I will point out which concept that I like the most. The original 8. The original 8 are the central characters of the Chaotic Universe story. They are all introduced in some fashion in the first chapter. Chris. He is the main character of Chaotic Universe, and the first to appear in the story. He uses the darkness elemental fighting style. That's why his fist glows purple in the picture. He is not described in the main text. The description came from the plot guide. I like this one, so this is his only concept picture, for now. Duran. He is Chris's best friend, and he appears early in Chapter 1. Duran uses the Earth Elemental fighting style. I added the glowing fist to the description as I did with Chris's description. Duran is also not described in the text. His description came from the plot guide, and this is his only concept photo as well. Brandy 1. She is a friend of Chris's. Appearing in Chapter 1, Brandy quickly introduces herself as a voice of reason within Chris's social circle. She uses the fire elemental fighting style. This concept description comes directly from the main text of the story. This is my favorite of the 3 concepts for her. Brandy 2. While this variation wasn't my favorite, her appearance is more faithful to the text description and how I envisioned her. Brandy Art. This variation was also more faithful to the text description. The little flame is a nice touch. I like the art, but I prefer the more realistic presentation shown in the previous 2 concepts. Anna 1. Also introduced in Chapter 1. She is a classmate of Chris. Although he has feelings for Tanya, her and Chris's interests slowly bring the 2 together. While I did like this concept, I felt that it wasn't faithful to the text description of her. She uses the wind elemental fighting style. That's why her hair appears to be blowing in the wind. Anna 2. I feel this concept is more faithful to the description of her featured in Chapter 1. Honestly, it could be a difference in the way she is facing, but this concept is for sure my favorite one to represent her visually. Gabriel 1. He is introduced in Chapter 1 as a friend of Tanya's. He quickly becomes Chris's rival and will remain so throughout the story. Gabriel was not described in the text. This concept was created from the plot guide. Gabriel uses electricity with his fighting style. This one was cool, but not realistic enough for me. Gabriel 2. Same description. I just prompted for a more realistic look. The previous concept looked too young. This concept better represents what I envision, but it's not my favorite, unfortunately. Gabriel 3. Same description. While it's not exactly what I envisioned, It fits the current story better than the other two, making it my favorite. Gabriel 2 could be better as the future version of him for the sequels. Angela 1. She is Tanya's best friend and closest confidant. Introduced in Chapter 1, she uses the wood elemental fighting style. That is why the trees are in the background. This concept was created from the plot guide. It is very faithful to the description. This concept definitely represents what I envision. Angela 2. This one is cool, but I feel she looks a little older than the description. Believe it or not, this was generated from the same description as the previous concept. This could be better suited to represent her in Chaotic Universe 2. Daniel 1. He is Tanya's boyfriend. He is the last of the original 8 to be introduced. He appears mid to late Chapter 1. His description comes from the plot guide. Early during writing, he was not a part of the story. Inserting his character required a mention in Chapter 1 and some rewriting of Chapter 2. He fights with the water elemental fighting style. Daniel 2. This one is better and faithfully represents the plot guide's description. Slightly older looking but very realistic, which is what I'm looking for. Daniel 3. This concept may be better suited for Chaotic Universe Final, as his appearance makes him look slightly older. Tanya 1. She is Chris's love interest at the start of the story, as well as a rival within the early story social scene. This concept was created with a combination of the text description of her and details from the plot guide. Definitely what I envisioned, and for sure my representation of her. There are 5 total concepts of her, but I will only show 2 more and save the others for another video. She uses the metal elemental fighting style. Tanya 2. I like this one, but it lacks faithfulness to the description. The same description was used in the previous concept. I don't plan on using this one in the future. Tanya 4. I like this one as well. It was generated from the same description used in the previous 2 concepts. Not only will I possibly consider using this one, but that metal sphere in her hand will become an attack within the current story. And yeah, that's it for now. Please, if you haven't already checked out the audiobook, I'm 15 chapters in and close to releasing a 16th. I will do more videos like this. The next will be locations represented in the story. Until then, pride, respect, skill. Out.